Now I got something to show you, and it's gonna be something momentous. Hello everybody, it's me, the Excellent Reviewer, and we're here on our final stop, the final road to Wrestlemania. And we start off with Tuesday Night SmackDown, finally ending and concluding to what is going to be the last Friday Night SmackDown, Tuesday Night SmackDown before WrestleMania 33. We first start off with a segment between Shane McMahon and AJ Styles. It is the contract signing for their match at WrestleMania. So basically Shane is right here. He's talking to AJ saying, he said, you're going to have to basically give everything that you have got in order to beat me, because I had bring out the most out of all of my opponents that I've ever had, which is true against Kurt Angle, Steve Blackman, and so many other great matches he's had. So he's like, you're going to have to give me the best. And AJ, he's all like, look, I'm the most phenomenal wrestler of all time, so of course I'm going to beat you, and it's going to be something that I enjoy when I destroy you at WrestleMania. And both men sign the contract, of course. It looks like they're gonna go to blows. Daniel Bryan gets in the middle, and he's all like, let's seal this with a handshake. Shane McMahon opens up his hand, and AJ Styles just walks away, and neither men came out on top in this situation, so it leaves that much more intrigue into what is going to happen at WrestleMania, and whether or not who is going to win, either AJ Styles or Shane McMahon. After that, we had a tag match between the women's division, Becky Lynch and Mickie James against Carmella and Alexa Bliss. Just having a good match, and in the middle of it, Natalya just decides to come out with her entrance music and everything. She comes out, distracts everyone, and then joins the commentary team, just sits there, and just as it looks as though Becky Lynch is about to win, James Ellsworth trips her, and I believe it was Carmella. Yeah, Carmella picks up the win and steals a victory thanks to James Ellsworth. All of a sudden, all the women in the main event championship spot start fighting each other, and all of a sudden, hey, guess what? Naomi comes back, and she throws everyone out of the ring and destroys everyone. She says, I'm back, and I am officially entering in that SmackDown Women's Championship match. Now, that was a great way to come back, especially for Naomi, but I think it would have been better if they kept it a surprise and waited until WrestleMania. That way it would have gotten a bigger pop, but it was a pretty big pop when her music played and she came back. Everybody in the crowd just loved it. So Naomi looks to be on track to being our new SmackDown Women's Champion, and hopefully that happens again. After that, we had another tag team match, which is, first of all, before this happened, what is going on with Tyler Breeze? I mean, Tyler Breeze was still being Breezy Bella and said he wanted to be in the quote-unquote SmackDown Women's Championship match. Why is Tyler Breeze even doing this? What is wrong with Tyler Breeze? He's one of my favorites, and they ruined him. They ruined him. So aside from that, it was a tag team match. American Alpha, Heath Slater and Rhino and Mojo Rawley against the Usos, Breezango, and Dolph Ziggler. It was a good match, serviceable, did what it needed to do, and in the end, Mojo Rawley just came out of nowhere, and he ended up winning, pinning Tyler Breeze. So yeah, it just did what it needed to do. After that, we had John Cena and Nikki Bella, and in a segment with Miz and Maurice, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the Miz and Maurice segments where they were making fun of John Cena and Nikki Bella, you should definitely check them out, because they are just really, really funny, especially the way that John Cena is like, I'm going to pop the question, and he has a balloon with a question mark on it, and he pops it. I think that's pretty hilarious, so they're pretty hilarious. So basically, this whole segment on Miz TV was John Cena burying people. He was just all like, yo, Maurice, what are you doing here? I don't even know what you're doing here. And he just buries her. And there's this one moment, which was really great, where John Cena is addressing the fact that Miz and Maurice were all like, oh, well, John Cena doesn't have kids with Nikki Bella. And so John Cena's all like, how many kids do you have? And then he playfully jabs at Mrs. Junk, and he's like, what are you, firing blanks? I thought that was pretty hilarious, just the fact that he did that. And it was just a whole burying segment. Miz and Maurice said nothing. They were just staring angrily at John Cena and Nikki Bella. And you know what? This builds intrigue. This really does build intrigue. Like, I really want to see if Miz and Maurice can definitely take down John Cena and Nikki Bella, since they are the power couple of the WWE. It builds intrigue, and that is exactly what Raw was missing this previous week. So then finally we get to our main event. Bray Wyatt against Luke Harper. And surprisingly, Luke Harper was able to hold his own against Bray Wyatt. You would think it'd be a one-sided affair, but Luke Harper was able to show, you're no longer in my control and I can beat you. But there was this moment that Luke Harper had where they just stared at each other, him and Bray Wyatt. And Bray Wyatt used that very well, and to his advantage, Sister Abigail, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Bray Wyatt celebrates his victory, but then Randy Orton pops up on the screen. He pops up on the screen and has the crucifixion that Bray Wyatt used the following week on him. And he says, this is where I stand. I stand in the ashes of Sister Abigail. And he's like, and I plant this here, and this will destroy her power over you. And this will solidify your fate at WrestleMania. Plants it down and says, I'm coming for you, Bray, at WrestleMania. I'm coming for you, and I'm coming for the WWE Championship. So generally, this obviously is going to be the match to steal the show at WrestleMania. It's a shame that it's not the main event. It really is, because I generally would rather see this as opposed to Brock Lesnar against Goldberg. This has the story, this has the build-up for it, and has the intrigue. So generally, this should be the main event at WrestleMania. But look out for a future video this week on me giving my full details on that. So that was it. This was our last WWE outing before WrestleMania, and sure, we got NXT to look forward to see what's going to happen at NXT Orlando, but this is our last, for the main roster, this is our last venture before we go to WrestleMania, the Ultimate Thrill Ride. So, generally, this SmackDown did what Raw couldn't do, and it was build up hype and suspense for WrestleMania. It was able to deliver. It did what I thought it was going to do and deliver, because SmackDown Live is just that much better than Monday Night Raw. So definitely it has built intrigue to the point where I am really excited for Bray Wyatt against Randy Orton for the WWE title, and it's going to be a really great match. So that's been it for this episode of The Excellent Reviewer, me talking about the final venture of what is going to be the final before we get on to WrestleMania. WrestleMania 33. So do me a favor, if you want to see more content like this, you want to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and let me know what your thoughts are on WrestleMania 33 and this SmackDown especially. I want to know what you guys want to think. So again, we're going to want to do all that great stuff, and I got to thank you guys so much once again for just tuning in and watching and subscribing. Thank you guys so much. I couldn't be here without you. It's been truly phenomenal. And I've been Samuel Lee, aka The Excellent Reviewer, and I will see you all as soon as I can as we're on the road to WrestleMania.